Joining us now to talk more about this case, Congressman Adriano Espaillat, who represents parts of Upper Manhattan and the South Bronx. Congressman, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Look,
Thank you.
your initial reaction to yet another deadly shooting in Minneapolis involving federal agents.
Horrendous. I saw the video. It is repulsive. At least six agents on top of it. They look like a pack of hyenas. Unbelievable. What's happening? Two people have already died, been killed. Both U.S. citizens, by the way. 42 people have died in their custody,
Hmm.
including 7 this year.
Hmm.
So this is just an agency that has become a violent and deadly weapon that must be dismantled.
Look, the governor of Minnesota, the mayor of Minneapolis, saying they want ICE agents out, federal agents out, Border Patrol out of their city and state. You're a member of Congress. A lot of people are saying, well, how come representatives and senators aren't doing more to push back and to stop the president? Is there something that you can do as a representative?
Well, I voted against the bill this week, which allotted them 11 billion, another $11 billion, and I voted for the against the original $75 billion, which included $30 billion for personnel and 45 for detention capacity. So we're fighting in the courtroom, we're fighting legislatively and budgetarily, and we also want to make sure that the public sentiment is on our side.
Hmm.
I think the public sentiment is on our side. We don't have the majority to maybe shift the votes. We're pushing hard to do that, to make sure that the killing stops and that the aggressiveness and the violence of this agency is put away, that it's dismantled. It cannot be reformed at this point.
Hmm.
They're gripped by a culture of violence, and they cannot be reformed at this point. They should be dismantled.
So you're saying dismantle the ICE, or Homeland Security?
ICE should be dismantled, and Border Patrol, which is also involved in violent behavior, should also be looked at and potentially dismantled. These agencies are runaway trains. They're violent in their very inner scope, and they're killing American peoples. They're harassing and assaulting immigrants across the country. We really got to stop this.
Hmm. And you mentioned that the gentleman who was shot and killed by a Border Patrol officer on Saturday morning, 37 years old, Alex Pretti, that's the name his parents are giving, an American. And then on January 7th, Renee Gold, also in that same city, an American. Renee Good, excuse me, Renee Good. And how do we, if this is all about immigration, but you have people protesting, at what point do you think the president and his administration will say, okay, well, let's pull back because now there are deaths?
This is not about safety. It has even not become about immigration. This is a violent, rogue institution that's set upon the American people, and as you said, has killed people, has assaulted people, has blatantly violated their rights. So it should be dismantled.
Hmm.
And by the way, I asked the protesters to do it peacefully, because I also feel that this may be an attempt to provoke them into violence, and then for them to react and shift the narrative.
Hmm. Is there a concern? We have seen ICE agents in New York City conducting operations, but do you have a fear that they could come in big numbers like we see in other cities and something like this happen? And we are a city of immigrants, and there are many people who are Americans who are not immigrants but could look like an immigrant.
There's no guarantee that they won't. I was in Chicago, they did it there. I was last week in Minnesota. They're already in New Orleans. And so there's no guarantee that they won't do it in New York City. New York City, of course, I believe will react differently. So the president ought to be careful about how he proceeds. I think he's inciting violence. People should protest peacefully. We should not be provoked. People should not be provoked into any action that is violent and give them a reason to react very violent against the general population. So I ask folks to exercise their rights to peacefully protest and not be provoked into any violent action.
All right, and we're having protests going on in our city over this. Congressman Espaillat, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.